Hello everyone, this is Vann-Wakelin from US2U. I know it's only August, I know it's very early, but we have to start this year's Christmas Jester as soon as possible. So I'm noticing I'm blinking. Does that mean I'm nervous on the screen? Anyway, the aim this year, the task is that we will do 625 hampers with 4 meals, or the ingredients for 4 meals within the hamper, including a 3-course Christmas dinner. Doing 625, that's 625 families, and the food should stretch to 4 to 6 people. So that's quite a lot of food and people we will be helping this Christmas. We do stretch the whole of the county, that's Dumfries and Galloway. So why am I on here now talking to you? Well, the first thing is, I've got to say a huge thank you, because literally within hours of me restarting this campaign, so many people have reached out. So if I miss anyone in any of these, then let me know, and I will do updates all over the place, because I do not want people to miss out. If I mispronounce your name also, please forgive me. So the big one that we've had, and I say the big one for a reason, so I'll tell you that in a minute, but we've had Harry Gallagher at the Knock-and-Ken Hospitality, and they usually source well, what would it be, 500 times 3, so 3,000 odd eggs for us, so that we can give eggs in one of our meals. However, this year Harry contacted me and said there was an option that he was willing to make, him and his team in the kitchen, 3,750 mince pies. So that's 3,700 handmade, homemade, however you'd like to put it, mince pies that he's then prepared to put in boxes and to give to us for the packing day, which to me, and this is where, while I'm saying it's a big gesture, is that I love the fact that we are going to be able to give handmade mince pies, homemade mince pies, to each family. And that's a bit of a dignity stance there, which is what the whole charity and the reason was set up for way back in 2020. So I love the fact that we're not just saying, here's Tesco's value mince pies. What we're able to do is turn and say, look, go and find a better mince pie than what you've just been made by a local company. So not only have we got Harry absolutely doing amazing things for us, we've also got LA Fitness in Annan returning to help us. Now they are going to be collecting luxuries like Terry's chocolate orange. I say luxuries, please, we're talking normal luxuries. So Terry's chocolate oranges, large chocolate bars, stuff like that, so that we can go through whatever they can source in September. It enables us to then add as a treat into as many hampers as possible. The reason they're only doing September is because naturally they want to help as many charities as they can, and they have one within Annan that they like to do closer to Christmas, and so we fully understand that and love the gesture of returning to us again. We've got Caroline Shannon and her husband, and then it will be colleagues and stuff like that are going to be looking to get 625 bags of lentils. That's a huge cost saving to the charity. That's a huge amount of money. Minimum that's £625 that we won't have to find. All right. Who else do we have? Because we've got, so there's a sports group that want to help us, but I can't announce that. There's a second sports group, but it's a different sport, that want to help us. Can't announce that one until they've confirmed, because these sort of groups have to go back to like general meetings and make sure they get permission to help us. We have Veronica, I want to say Miller, and I could be wrong, but she got married recently. Looked absolutely beautiful. I'm sure everyone will agree. She has chosen this year to get 325 boxes of stuffing mix, or packets of stuffing mix. Again, that's going to be a value over 625. She's helped us several years. Chocolate bars, or a couple of years back ago, passatas and stuff like that. So we got brilliant ones. I am trying to think now, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to check that people understood why we're doing this. And it's quite simple. Back in 2020, COVID was just sort of finishing and we were coming into Christmas. We were made aware of a family living in Lockside, where both husband and wife were full-time at Aldi, so they had a set income in, and because they were furloughed, both of them, they got 50% less for their wage, and obviously didn't have to work, which sounds brilliant on paper. It meant that their income halved. It halved over Christmas. So we were made aware because they had nothing. They had nothing prepared for Christmas, because how can any family live on half the income when your income's not far off, like whatever they call it, the lowest amount. So basic wage, that's it. So we stepped in, gave. We didn't do much. So I'm not pretending that we ended up helping 5 families, but we stepped in and helped. I was quite pissed off with that situation. I know people don't like swearing, but I was genuinely annoyed because there was nothing they could do. So that there was nothing at all that they could do, and that was a working family, and they were screwed. So it then made you think, especially made me think, what about those that only have one person working within the house and they went to 50%? What about those without anyone working? And that's when we realized this is a bigger problem. So the following year we did 100 hampers for 100 families, and we decided then that we would avoid facing these families and allow them to be hidden, their details hidden, so that there was an air of dignity and graciousness. So we went to agencies. And asked them how many people need a hamper. They said 20, 25 and stuff like that. We would then give them the 20, 25 hampers a couple of days before Christmas, and they could take them to their clients, and we were left out of that. There was no need for us to get involved. That policy we still hold today. So we do not deliver. We trialled it actually last year. We trialled delivering to individuals, but we're out there. US2U is out of the equation for delivering to individuals. We were only delivered to schools and agencies that we're dealing with, and then they will take to the individual families. That means we will never know where our hampers have gone, who's got them, which I think is great, so that these families are only dealing with the people they need to deal with. Sometimes we get little feedback that someone's saying that, I got one, thank you so much, and they are so heartwarming and brilliant, and I do put them up. Again, though, we don't name the family, so that it's all, it's all kept how it should be kept. So each year we increase it, because the need is more. Last year was a really, really sad one for me, because we worked really, really hard to do 500 hampers, and in the lead up, when we were trying to find out what agencies needed how many, the increase was so vast. We could have done 1,500 last year, 1,500 hampers, and it wouldn't have been enough. It's going to be similar this year. There is nothing that I can think of that I can do to my group as well. It's not just me, it's the rest of the lads, Derek, Peter, Lincoln, Ewan, Stuart, the whole group. There is nothing we can do at all to go above the figure that we're aiming for this year, which is 625. We have a hall, and it works a treat, has a car park around the back, it's secluded, it enables us to do it. We are doing, because we've increased to 625, we'll be packing and sending out over 2 days this year. But we can't pack and send out over 3 days or 4 days. We can't raise it to 1,000 and stuff. We can't do that. That's physically impossible. So 625 will be our limit. But I like the idea that people are contacting me and saying, can we do more? Can we do this? Can we do that? So we have a group, Apache Land, I believe they're called. They're going to be writing us 625 Christmas cards, just to be able to put one in each hamper. We've got people that are going to start making up like little packages, little stuff, little gift bags and stuff like that. They can come and put them in hampers as well, or send them to us and we will put in the hampers. So everything's getting better in the sense of what we can give to these families, and I wanted that updated. I know my voice is going dry and I'm starting to, I am absolutely over the moon with how much people are helping US2U right now in August. Like right now, Dumfries and Galloway community is stepping up like you couldn't imagine. All right, I need the families that need a hamper to know, go to an agency. Like if you're struggling, like go to an agency and say, we're going to be struggling over Christmas, or this has just happened, we think we're going to have problems at Christmas. Go to an agency. If you don't know what I mean, is contact social work and say, I'm struggling, and they can point you. Contact the third sector. They will point you to people that can help for different things. It's not always about getting cash. It's about support and stuff like that. Okay. Schools. I am having a meeting with pretty much every head teacher or deputy teacher within the next week, and they're going to be offered the first 250 hampers, because that's part of where it comes from. Is we need to make sure that the kids don't finish school the Friday before Christmas, and whereas their friends are all excited and think it's the greatest week of their life, that we have kids sitting there that don't even know what it's about. And also, please don't judge people. Please don't judge the families. You do not know anyone's circumstances. A family that has a mum or dad lost in the year, they might not be functioning well enough to do the Christmas thing. Another one, there are people that Christmas brings back so many poor memories for childhood trauma, for stuff like that. Again, they can't function around Christmas. Like, there's illnesses so someone has to stay off to care. Like, please do not think that we're talking about people that get an income. They don't have jobs, they get an income, they've got Sky TV, they've got more than I've got, and I hate them. Like, have those thoughts in your head. Have them if that's what you need. All right, but we're giving these hampers to the families that need them. They're received well, and like, for a couple months of my time, for that many families to be aided, helped on the key day, like, it's fine. Like, let this happen. It doesn't have to be a negative. It can be an absolute positive. I always say, and there's a farmers, Samuel and Kate Patterson, they give us potatoes like you couldn't imagine for this. So local potatoes for the local people. They give us stupid amounts. Like, this is where it gets interesting. On Christmas Day, we know that up to 3,000, well, that's six, yeah, up to 3,000 individuals in the county will be eating a form of Christmas dinner, eating the potatoes that Samuel and Kate have given us, that we've packaged, put in with a hamper, and sent off to them. That's like, over 3,000 people are going to be affected by that in Dumfries and Galloway. And you can work out how many people live in Dumfries and Galloway. You can work out the percentage that that's going to be. So thank you for everyone that's clicked into place today, yesterday. We're gonna swim this one to the end. It's going to be the best one ever, and everyone that's going to be updated along the way, because we're going to start using social media more so that we can get the word out, get more donations, and just generally make this fantastic Christmas gesture as best as it can be. Thank you again.